a massive fireball, surveying the battlefield with a determined gaze. Without hesitation, Tusk unleashed his next skill, Hymn of the Fire Dragon, and in an instant, pillars of fire erupted from his position. The battlefield was soon engulfed in flames as Tusk rained fire down upon the ants, annihilating everything in his path with devastating force. Taegyu, witnessing this display of power, was left stunned by what he saw. He could hardly believe that such a creature had been summoned by Jeju. Dongwook was equally shocked, feeling as though they were witnessing the arrival of a demon rather than a mere summoned beast. Meanwhile, the Ant King, who had always believed himself to be the strongest, began to tremble with fear. His confidence shattered as he watched his subjects being obliterated. He could not comprehend how he, who had devoured everything in his path and claimed his place at the top of the food chain, was now facing an enemy so powerful. The realization that there might be a limit to his strength filled him with dread. Panic set in as the Ant King recognized that in order to survive, he had no choice but to flee. In an instant, the Ant King's concern for his kingdom and soldiers vanished. The only thing that mattered to him now was survival. Thanks to the healing ability he had acquired by devouring one of the humans, his severed wing had regenerated quickly. The Ant King flew into the air, desperate to escape. Jeju observed the situation carefully, noting that the Ant King was using the healing ability of Min Byung-gyu, a skill he had never seen a beast use before. It was clear to Jeju that this creature was different from any he had faced. It could absorb the abilities of its opponents by devouring them. The Ant King's only thought was to get as far away from Jeju as possible, but before he could escape, Jeju activated his skill, Commander's Touch. An invisible force suddenly pressed down on the Ant King, slamming him into the ground with immense force. The impact was brutal. With a thud, the Ant King crashed into the cave floor, fluid spraying from his mouth as he hit the ground. Without hesitation, Jeju walked over to the fallen Ant King. The once mighty creature, now terrified, watched Jeju's approach. The fear in the Ant King's eyes was so palpable that Jeju almost felt pity for him. The Ant King, stripped of the majestic attitude he had displayed when toying with the other hunters, tried desperately to crawl away, his body trembling with fear. But Jeju was relentless. He activated his skill, Mutilate, and quickly caught up to the fleeing Ant King. With unmatched speed, Jeju wielded his daggers, unleashing a flurry of rapid strikes on the Ant King's back. His movements were so fast that they created a web of blinding blue energy. The Ant King, caught within this deadly assault, was completely overwhelmed. Jeju's final devastating move marked the end of the battle, leaving the Ant King defeated and broken on the ground. A notification popped up, signaling Jeju's victory. You have defeated the enemy. Level up. The message barely registered as Jeju turned to face Bake, who called out to him with urgency. The guildmaster's expression was dark and filled with concern as he approached Jeju. Bake's voice was heavy with worry as he began to speak.